My name is Moeisha and yeah, I'm a hoe. I'm no good and I know it. I spend my time smoking weed and talking trash because that's just who I am. I can't help it, that's me. This is my story and I'm here to tell it. I was born in Oklahoma and lying is second nature to me. My mama and daddy were liars too and my daddy was a pimp, so that's the life I grew up around. That's all I know and honestly I don't want to know anything else. I've learned to survive by being slick, keeping people guessing and doing what I gotta do to get by. But trust? Those things don't exist in my world. It's all about the hustle and I've accepted that. It's not like anyone ever taught me different. This is my truth, raw and unfiltered. I'm not here to make excuses or ask for sympathy, I'm just telling it like it is. Life made me this way and I don't see myself changing. Growing up it was chaos all the time. My daddy was out chasing women and running his game and my mama? She wasn't no better. She'd lie straight to your face without even blinking and I picked up on it quick. They didn't teach me right from wrong, just how to survive in a world where you can't trust nobody. School wasn't my thing. I barely went and when I did I was too busy scheming or thinking about what I'd do once I got out. The streets were my classroom and I learned fast. I learned that people only care about what you can give them or what they can take from you. So I started playing the game early and yeah, I got good at it. I'm not proud of it but I'm not ashamed either. This is me. I lie, I hustle and I do what I gotta do to keep going. People wanna judge me but they don't know my story. They don't know how I got here or what I've been through. I don't care about their opinions anyway. This is the life I know, the one I was born into, and I'm not about to pretend I'm something I'm not. I remember being a little girl watching my daddy get ready to go out. He'd put on his best suit, flash a stack of money and tell me, "This is how you handle business, baby girl." At the time I didn't understand what he really meant, but now, I get it. It's all about control, about keeping people where you need them to be. My mama was a whole different story. She'd sweet-talk anyone but behind closed doors she was as cold as ice. She'd laugh in your face one minute and cuss you out the next. I think that's where I learned to switch it up, to smile even when I didn't mean it. By the time I was a teenager I had already figured out how to work people. I'd lie if it meant getting what I wanted. I'd flirt if it meant a free meal or a place to crash. Some might call it manipulation but to me it's survival. Nobody ever handed me anything so I had to learn how to take it. Relationships? Please. I don't believe in love. The only thing I trust is myself. I've seen too many people fall for sweet words and empty promises, only to end up broken and alone. I told myself a long time ago that wouldn't be me. I'd be the one in control no matter what. So yeah, I smoke, I talk trash and I do me. That's just how it is. Some people might see it as wasting my life but to me it's living. I've seen enough to know that the world doesn't care about people like me, so why should I care about playing by its rules? This is my story, my truth. I'm not looking for redemption or a way out. I'm just telling it like it is because at the end of the day this is the only life I know and I'm making it work the best I can. All I knew growing up was hoe stuff. My mama was a hoe, my sister was a hoe and my daddy? He was a pimp. That was normal to me. Being a hoe wasn't looked down on. It was like the high life. I grew up watching it, breathing it, living it. I saw so much hoe stuff that I became numb to it. Now as a young adult I do what I know. I get around. Yeah, I date sometimes but let's be real. Most of the time I'm just wasting my time having sex with random men. For those moments it makes me feel special. When they look at me like I'm the only thing they want I feel like I'm on top of the world. It's a rush like nothing else matters. For a little while I can forget everything. My past, my problems, all of it. In those moments I'm not the broken girl who grew up in chaos. I'm someone important, someone wanted. And I guess that's why I keep doing it. But if I'm being honest, that high doesn't last long. When it's over and they're gone I'm left with myself wondering if this is really it. Is this all I'll ever be? But then I shake it off and tell myself this is the life I was born into, and it's the one I'll keep living. For now that's enough. Sometimes I think about what it would be like to live a different life. You know, one where I didn't have to depend on a man's attention to feel like I matter. But then I remind myself, this is all I've ever known. Love, respect, stability, those are just words to me, things other people talk about but I've never seen for real. I tell myself I'm okay with that. It's easier than admitting I'm not. The truth is I don't even know who I am outside of this. Who would I be if I wasn't the girl who could make men want her, even for a night? What would I do if I wasn't chasing that feeling of being on top of the world, even if it's only for a moment? the hardest part is when I'm alone. That's when the thoughts creep in. I think about my mama and my sister, how they lived and how they ended up. My mama always said, "This life ain't for the weak, Moeisha. You gotta be strong to survive." But what she didn't say is how much it takes out of you, how it leaves you feeling empty inside. I try to shake it off, but deep down I know this life comes with a cost. Every time I look in the mirror I see it. The tired eyes, the forced smiles, the walls I've built so high that even I can't break them down. So I keep going. I keep chasing that feeling because without it I don't know what's left. I tell myself this is enough, that this is who I am and who I'll always be. But sometimes in the quiet moments I wonder if maybe, just maybe, there's more out there for me. For now though, this is my story. I don't know where it's going and I don't know how it ends, but I'm still here, living it the only way I know how. If you enjoy stories that dive deep into the raw realities of life, addiction, relationships and self-discovery, then you'll want to follow Jeremy Tubbs. As an author, Jeremy brings an authentic, unflinching perspective to his writing, drawing from personal experiences and the gritty world around him. His works explore complex human emotions and behaviors, from the highs of survival to the lows of betrayal and addiction. Jeremy Tubbs is not just an author but someone who understands the streets, the struggle and the power of personal growth. His stories reflect the battles people face every day, whether it's with themselves, their relationships, or the consequences of their actions. With his experience as an entrepreneur, producer, and author, Jeremy uses his writing to connect with those who have lived through similar challenges, offering stories that are not just entertaining but also thought-provoking. Follow Jeremy Tubbs for more stories that explore the complexities of life, survival, and personal transformation. His writing isn't just about the struggles. It's about the hope for change, the possibility of redemption, and the real conversations we need to have about our actions and their impact on